How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Fall from Heaven 2, the high fantasy mod for Civilization 4. We are playing as Falmar of the Lawnen on the Dark Tower scenario, I think it is. Let's check. It's the Black Tower, actually. What a confusing name. I think this is one of the first scenarios where I've been continually confusing what the name of the scenario actually is. So that's a thing. We have scouts, yes indeed. See a tribal village over there, or a goody hut, whichever you want to call it. I think by default they're called tribal villages, yeah. Gonna go ahead and try to claim that. Now, if I recall correctly, I was working towards additional mana types, and I sort of did some research and discovered something rather interesting. So, one of the things that I've been talking about in the past is the idea that you can sort of use different types of mana to fulfill different roles. But then I read about one of the Fall from Heaven concepts, and that revolves around mana. So right here is the actual article. And the thing is, when you acquire additional sources of the same type of mana, you actually gain additional ranks for units built from for that spell in particular. So if, for example, we end up here with 2 death mana, what's going to end up happening is when I build an adept, I'll get like death 1 for free as a promotion to my magic units, to my adept in that situation. That really has a lot of potential, and I think that's why we should work towards building at least a second death mana node instead of anything else. So we trained an archer. I'm not even sure why I was working on an archer there. Let's hold off on building that adept until the time is right. So maybe I'll build Blackwind first. We're going to go ahead and improve one more mana node to death mana, and then we're going to start building more adepts, and they should come out with that as a free promotion. I don't know exactly what's going on with this scenario, honestly. I don't know why all of a sudden it popped up where I could like start healing units, but why not build my hero then? Or my hero for this civilization. And, you know, where is my adept? We're going to send one of these dudes over here to this mana node and go ahead and build a second death. Because we're going all in on the death. Now, I think like normally the big penalty for using death is it causes unhappiness with other civilizations in the world. So they acknowledge it's an overpowered, not technology, but resource to acquire. But usually the trade-off is the fact that other civilizations will hate you. In our case, that's just not going to happen though, because like we're at war with everybody anyway. Is that hunter gonna get killed? Apparently not. Okay, so be it. We live to explore another day. What is up with this archer, dude? All of a sudden, like, archers keep popping up. I'm not even building archers. Did they earn experience or some wacky thing for some reason? Let's build that library. We were talking about the library before. Wow, we even have built public baths here, and they're still so unhappy. I don't know what to do with that city. So we've completed sorcery, which means we can now actually upgrade well-endowed adepts to become mages. So I think we have like 1 or 2 that are ready to actually become mages. And that's when the fun sort of oh, they gave me a worthless warrior. Oh well. That's where the fun sort of begins, though, because we can actually access like tier 2 of our magic spells instead of just tier 1. Tier 1 is generally pretty bad. But things start getting interesting at tier 2. You know, you can summon things like, what are they, specters, wraiths? I always forget what the name of those summons are from the death mana, which is unfortunate. And I suppose by not checking it out, I'm just making it worse in the future. You could go for iron. It depends, because like here's the thing with iron. The weapons can be removed from your units if the enemy has the right spells. So that might not actually be the strongest thing for me to research. At what point do I get access to archmages, by the way? I think it is a ways into this tree. Like it might be right towards the end. Okay, that's a berserker. That's not what I was looking for. I don't know. Because oh, here it is. I just figured out. I was on the wrong branch. I was on the religion branch when we actually should be over here. So to gain access to an archmage, we'll have to research Spirit of Will, which at the moment is going to take 105 turns yet. So maybe up until this point, we should research arcane lore instead. Enables scholarship. We can build a world wonder, the crown of Akaharian, and Hema, which is a world unit. Interesting. I've never really seen this guy. Oh, he requires octopus overlords, which probably explains why I've never really used that religion. So, I mean, this isn't all that interesting of a technology, but it leads us to the archmages, which will be important in the long run, I think, if we're going to continue going down this road. So the crown of Akaharian costs 900 hammers. Can be built... Wait, can be built by crown of... It can be built by itself. How typical. What is the... Okay, so it starts out as an item. Or you can pick it up as an item. I mean, why not? Let's go for that. I don't think we really need anything else that strongly at this point. So, like, we got our buildings that can provide us some happiness and everything. So, we might as well focus on something a little bit more in the future. So there are a couple of wonders that you can build here. Oh, this is the Temple of the Order. +1 from incense and religion. Oh, what a terrible bonus. I don't run either of those civics, unfortunately. So, wait, training yard? Oh, I will get +1 from that. Okay. One happiness, that is. And then we got a courthouse built down here in this city. One of the other things okay, let's build the library. One of the other things we could do is build another settler and like start colonizing some of this area down here or something. The maintenance costs will be worse, but if we could use it as a sort of base of operations, that might be useful. Actually, though, I think... that's a good point. I think maybe when we want to actually start focusing on trying to take out a civ, especially now that we have access to upgrade units to mages. Like that's when we actually start seeing some improvement. I think, anyway. I was going to build a road down to that mana node. Now that I have a warrior here, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and check out what's in these runes right there. Probably nothing good. I'll probably get my units all destroyed. Here we have a skeleton again. Guess we'll step up here. Ooh, that was a good idea too, because as it turns out, those skeletons would have me surrounded otherwise. Okay, so we're going to go second death mana node here. And I brought some ships back. Apparently I was planning on bringing some additional scouts, but as it turns out, I don't have any more additional scouts. Really? I mean, I have a lot of adepts at this point. Oh, the settler. That's what I was going to do. So for those wondering why this can be a little bit all over the place, it's mostly because I do record these like every week or so. And it has happened to me in the past where I've forgotten what it was I was working on. So yeah, that can be a bit of a problem. I wonder if there's any place in the world where I can claim like 2 mana nodes with one city. That would be really powerful. But I'm just not seeing that anywhere. All of the mana nodes are pretty divided up overall, which I mean is fair. Like this is probably one of the closest that I see 2 mana nodes to each other. And even that, they're just outside the borders. Well, they're not necessary. Like if I pumped a lot of culture into it, if I hadn't done the Golden Age and instead had used the great artist for culture, it's possible that I could have expanded the borders to cover both of those, but like it's a pretty fringe scenario. Ooh, there is actually a mana right here. But like to capture, I don't know. Like I'm thinking what we could do is use this, like build a city somewhere around here and use that as a base of operations. We could like snag 1 fish at the same time or something. Because we have some regions here, but I'm pretty sure we already have regions. What don't we have? We don't have the corn, I think. So maybe I should snag that as a resource instead. But it would be really, like I'm just right against his board. And they're showing that I can't even settle a city up here. Really? He must have another city in here somewhere. So that's why I can't, like, minesweep for it. But, you know, I could settle a city there and use that to put pressure on him, because it's easier to put pressure on another civilization if you have your own borders. At least we should go and check it out. I don't think any real harm is going to come from checking it out. So if it doesn't work for us, then we can just move somewhere else. Okay. Apparently I built a workshop. Finished building a workshop here. Oh yeah, we're going to finish continuing that road out to the other mana node. I wish these skeletons would just attack me. I want to uncover the runes there, but I don't want to do it while there are skeletons that are bearing down on me, because, like, whatever pops out of there, plus the skeletons, is obviously going to overwhelm anything that I send. Okay, we got the Black Wind belt. Let's declare nationality on that right away. So what do we got here? It's a hero unit. Excellent. It has 2 cargo capacity. And it's just a hero unit, so we'll be getting a lot of promotions for it for free without needing to fight at all. So, okay, we got our second death mana node built. Now I feel more comfortable just going ahead and building more adepts, because we'll get that free promotion right off the bat. Otherwise, you know, you have to do something like promote for Death 1, right? Same thing with all these units. I guess I could have tried going with a different... I don't know. That's like one of the problems. I could have tried going with a different spell branch, but Death Mana... Like, at the end of it, it does get you really powerful, because, like, you can build likes, or you can upgrade your units to likes and stuff, so you have... Like, you can circumvent the normal 4 unit cap on the archmages. It's just so much better than, like, everything else available, which I don't know why they did it. Why the developer did it that way, honestly. Probably because it was designed for a more balanced gameplay, where you're not fighting everybody or at war with everybody into perpetuity. I think we're just going to do standard combat 1 and combat 2. And now you can see here we can go ahead and upgrade to a mage. So we should do that right away. 65 gold. This is the only way to get mages, by the way. So this other one didn't have enough experience yet. So at this point, I'm almost tempted to start moving these workers out entirely, because we only would need them if we build another city. If we build another city, we can go ahead and use them. Otherwise, I might just delete them then. Oh, and these terrible, awful, no good, dirty, bad, no good skeletons. What the hell? They'll not leave me alone. What about this city here? Okay, we can't build anything on this tile, so I might as well just put a fort there then. I don't get forts in this game, Fall from Heaven 2. They're like worse than the original ones. So the question is why? Why would you do that? Actually, I'm going to build an adept instead here. Oh, I just realized the adept for the Lonin has the same unit icon as the warrior. They're exactly the same. Which is not something you see very often in Fall from Heaven 2. Fall from Heaven 2 has a lot of very unique units in it. And they all have their own artwork for the most part and whatnot. Oh, and now I can upgrade this unit to a mage. Really? What level I think mages, you know, to upgrade to a mage, you require level 4. The one downside, of course, is that we still don't have any promotions unique to a mage. Okay, so like with this mage, I have my second, I have another promotion available to me here. I'm not going to get 2. I'm not going to get 2, just 1. So the question is choosing between Maelstrom and Summon Spectre. I think since we went with combat, we should go ahead and choose Summon Spectre. Oh, what? We can actually do Maelstrom as well. Okay, cool. So this is a pretty powerful mage now. This is what I was kind of hoping to get by going with magic. This mage is capable of summoning both a Maelstrom and the Spectre, which are pretty powerful units. So I guess I'm sailing back to my capital here, and maybe I'll try to throw together an army really quick. And I'll just... Wait, oh, we can actually build a cottage or something here. This city is stagnant? Why? That's my question. Oh, it is at its happiness cap. Yeah. Wow. Workshops really are just absolute garbage. right now for me. I'm not saying workshops are always garbage, but right now, yeah, would not recommend. So there is this skeleton after me. Will not leave me alone. What should I do about that? I guess I'll just go down here and try to scout out this dungeon. Is it a dungeon? It says, yeah, it's a dungeon. Okay. Well, as you can see sort of from here, there's no real point in bringing our settler down here because there was definitely some activity going on in that area for that mana node. So instead, let's look elsewhere. Got a mana node here. This is a little bit closer to Tiberian. I think his name is Tiberian. Yeah, the Shiam. That might be an interesting place to locate. We'll also get copper, which at the moment we don't have. So that's like an upside. The downside would be we couldn't make it a coastal city, really. I don't think. And, well, okay, we are good. Felmar is good at the moment, which means that corruption, like the fields of perdition here, can't creep into my lands if I build a city. As long as I'm good. But, like, it might be a little bit tricky to actually found a decent city down here. If we build, like, up on top of this hill, like right there, we wouldn't get any fresh water. And it would take, like, forever to actually claim the mana node. And I really want to settle for mana nodes, because if we're going for magic here, if that's going to be our, like, our driving force in our army, I think we want as many mana nodes as we can possibly claim. I don't think we want to go light on the mana. Especially, like, we have a limited number of cities found. There's a lot of silk down here. Silk over here as well. That's another thing. I don't want it too far away from my actual cities. Like, if I have to try to defend it, I should probably build up here, honestly. I'll get the corn. Already have the pearls. Pearls? I think it's pearls. And then I can... there's no fresh water, but we don't really need it anyway, do we? I think that's where we're settling. I can also pull my units out of here then as well. And maybe explore that shipwreck. We'll see. So skeleton's still after me. Have we sort of made a change of plans here then? Maybe I should send the scout and the warrior to my... No. We're already set on this path. Let's finish it. Oh, and here we go. Another promotion. So this one, this 10 out of 13. I think we're only going to get one this unit, yeah. So there we go. Summon Spectre. One of the other things we should do is actually improve the last mana node. Now the question is, you know, do we get meta magic or do we get another death magic node? And there's also the possibility to do air magic. Now I don't think there's really any benefits to like having multiple air resource or air mana resources. Let's see, I think it's under promotions. So what does Air 2 give us? Okay, it's the Maelstrom, of course. Oh, actually, I wanted to look at the resource itself, not the promotion. But unfortunately, I can't find it here in the list because things are not alphabetical. How can you do this? It's crazy. Okay, here we go. Air mana. Grants access to the air spells. Allows adepts to cast Fair Wind. Additional sources of this resource will increase the strength of air elementals summoned by archmages. So the only real benefit that we're going to have from air mana, in addition to to acquiring additional sources of air mana, is that if you have multiple types of that resource, you get some free promotions towards the air mana spell tree. And if we ever get archmages, the air elementals we summon will be stronger. So they have affinity. The air elementals have affinity for the air mana. But like there are other options that we could do. And I want to do meta magic. It's pretty cool. It allows adepts to cast Floating Eye, which of course, you know, we could use Hawks instead. But if we I'm sorry to always get bogged down in this, but I haven't used them much. And so that's why I have to sort of do a refresher on what spells we're going for each time. Why can I not find... Is it Entropy? Oh no, here we go. Meta Magic. Meta Magic 1, we can cast the Floating Eye. Meta Magic 2, we can cast Dispel Magic, which removes beneficial spell effects from enemy units, could be useful, or negative ones from allied units. Or number 3, oh, this is why we wanted to do meta magic, because it allows us to summon a Djinn. And the Djinn has affinity for all the mana types. And I thought this would be useful because like we have, as Falmar, I think we start off with about 4 different manas. Start off with at least 3. So like I'm looking at the number there. So we start, the Djinn is strength 1 right now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, the Djinn is up to already strength 6. Just with that. So that's why I was a little bit keen to go meta magic. And then I thought maybe, well, see, that's a problem as well, right? To get to spell 3, you have to promote all the way through the tree. So like even if we do get an archmage that has that promotion that allows them to summon a Djinn, we'll need both prerequisite promotions, which are a little bit harder to get. I mean, if we're going to be claiming another node, we can always build death mana on that. And this could be just like insurance, because the other great thing about meta magic is it allows you to revert your mana nodes to something else. Like we can start changing them around and whatnot. It's not like permanent because of that type of magic. What is going on with these workers? Was I going to load them on a ship? Maybe that's what the deal was. Okay, so here's our first adept that we built since we've acquired 2 sources of death mana, and as you can see right here, we got a free death 1 promotion with the unit now. So like that's sort of what you can expect. I'm not sure. We have some other promotions that we could go for here, but they're all pretty basic. Dance of Blades, you know, not exciting promotions by any stretch of the imagination. So I guess we're taking this ship down to the new city then with the work. Oh, I should have brought this worker. Cancel this. We're going to have this worker skip the turn and then jump on board next turn. Or is the cargo... Oh, the cargo capacity is full. Never mind. We'll have to go down there and drop it off first. It's going to work, though. Okay. Time to get the settler out. Do we want to claim the mana node right away? Because like they recommend us settling down here, but that's going to take a lot longer before we ever capture the mana. I mean, I really don't see any benefit to settling down here. We get regions, but we already have a regent. So we're going to settle right here where it is. And bring the 2 archers along, if we can. That's another thing we could have done, is actually research the tech required for the city garrison promotion. At the moment, we don't have access to it. So, in addition to adepts, like what is going to protect us? This is another problem that I've had when going all magic, because adepts or not adepts, but like mages too, they're fine, but they're not designed to like protect you against attacks. Like we need something intimidating that prevents him from like just attacking us. Oh, and what were we going to use for bombarding? This is a good question. How is it going to bombard down city defenses? I know you can... What the hell? Fire? Is that really our best? Oh, we were going to use ships. Okay, I was going to use ships to bombard city defenses, but like what ships can do it? I'm not sure. Like, I know caravels can't. I think galleys are the only ones that can, and they can't enter the ocean. So, okay, for now we're just going to build another adept. Let's build a swordsman there. Okay, we really need to look into this. What is going on with my ship situation? So we have sailing, we have optics. Optics allow us to build a frigate, right? -20 a turn. And unfortunately, the Black Wind, being as worthless as it is, can't bombard anything. But it requires iron or mithril. Oh, that's the reason we can't build anything. We need iron. Really? I don't think we've even revealed iron yet. So we'd have to go smithing. That might be more important than arcane lore. Still 27 turns left on arcane lore. So this sort of ruins my strategy, because originally what I was going to do was use ships to bombard down city defenses. Instead, what we might do instead of creating a meta magic node is create a node for fire magic. If I recall correctly, here we go, fire 1. Oh, it actually requires fire too. To summon a fireball. I mean, we can still get it, right? There's no reason we can't. But it would have to be a mage, not an adept, that would be capable of summoning it. The great thing about the fireball is it can, here we go, summons a fireball. It can bombard city defenses, and it has +4 affinity. Wait, no, it doesn't have affinity for anything. It just starts with +4 fire combat. That's the weak part of it, honestly. It really never gets any stronger. Like, as you can see here, it bombards city defenses minus 10% a turn. So, it would allow our mages and stuff to do the bombarding, I think. Yeah. So I think we're going to do that instead of the meta magic up here. Just build a fire magic. So that way we don't have to worry quite as much about the ships doing the bombarding. I know bombardment's not like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but you still want to reduce those defenses before you actually attack, because it helps bring things more in line with what you need. Yeah, we're gonna have a Lonin city again. I'm not gonna promote these archers for anything because they can't get city promotions, so it'd be pretty much pointless if I did. And we have a worker and then a mage now. This is actually one of our good mages. Let's get to work improving some of this land here. Oh, wait, there's another mage up there. That's another problem. Like, if we try to make our entire fleet or our entire army navy born, what would you call that? And amphibious, maybe. Anyway, if you try to station all of the army on top of ships, we're gonna need a lot of ships for that. What should we build here? Probably something for culture, honestly. Go for monument. So that does have me a bit worried. Oh wow, it's like I'm here one turn. What do we have? A scout. You are going to die, scout. Let's try out our new Spectre. Strength 5. Very nice. 73% odds. That's another thing about the Deathman. If we get additional copies of Deathman, we're going to increase the strength of our Spectres. So we probably build Deathman node down here. I'll go back up. I think the city's connected, right? Wait, how come I don't have a trade route? What? How does the city not have any trade routes? How does it not have a connection to my capital? Can I really not trade over the sea yet? What? At what point can I trade over the sea? Astronomy? Holy crap. It requires astronomy. Which is like right at the very end of the tech tree. I had no idea. I guess we're gonna have to start researching that then. Because otherwise we won't be able to connect our resources back to our capital. Wow. I wouldn't have guessed. I mean, it's not going to take very long, and it will also allow us to build, like, Queen of the Line, but once again, you know, these things require iron. We can also build the Arcane Barge, but it can't bombard. Even the Queen of the Line can't bombard. It's good for cargo capacity, though. Same thing with Galleon. Wow, the only ship that we can actually build that can bombard, that can sail on an ocean, is the frigate. So, in a way, I was put in a really stupid situation here. Wow. Like, whoa. Even if I build a city here, the borders would have to expand twice. And, I mean, that's like 100 culture. And I would have to build a city right here on the edge of this thing, so that way its borders could expand twice. Wait, no, its borders would expand once. That way the borders are touching and I could just sail through here. It's an option, but I want to have to research mathematics first as well. This actually might be our fastest way to actually get... No, that still doesn't fix it. Okay, yeah, it would fix its stuff. Because, like, once I have a city over here on this landmass connected via all of that nonsense, it can just complete the trade route by going along the coast. I don't know. It's a bit unfortunate. I didn't expect it to be this complicated. Usually it's like halfway through the tech tree that you get access to something like astronomy. So, I guess in the meantime, we're going fire. Wait, should we do fire first then, or not? Because I guess we're not doing meta magic. We're not going to do anything with the djinn, right? I've crossed that idea out. So, Either we do additional death magic or we do the fire magic. What is it? Is it even like a fire magic node? I'm not even seeing the node that I need for this. Like what exactly is it? We do fire 1. It requires oh my goodness. Sometimes like the tree is not, at least this stuff is arranged alphabetically, but the stuff on the right hand side is definitely not. Resources, here we go. Is there like a fire node? And what does it look like? A, B, C, come on. Alphabet, help me out here. F. I'm looking at F. Oh, here we go, fire mana. It looks like that. Can we build that? Yeah, there it is. I found it. You can't build things like law nodes, though. Okay, here we go. Fire node. Took me a while, but I figured it out. It doesn't look quite as fire-ish as you might expect, for some reason. Yeah. So I wonder, I guess when it comes to... Okay, let's wait here, turn with the scout. I guess when it comes to you getting additional free promotions for certain types of mana, because you have additional types of that mana resource, that probably sounds confusing. I guess like the second promotion happens when you upgrade to mage from adept. So it really wouldn't make sense otherwise. I have a ship back here. I'm not sure what I was going to do with it though. Like, maybe we go for the settler. Maybe that's what I should do right away. Let's build settler then. Like, we're losing a bit of gold, but I don't know. Maybe I should have done something currency related in terms of research instead. Right now we're doing mathematics. What are you going to do? Market? Maybe build a market? That's the problem. I have a lot of cities here. I really don't have anything that I want to build with them because like if I build units, it's just going to cost me a ton of maintenance. Let's build a carnival. At least it'll give me happiness in that city. That city is just ridiculously large because I have all these sea tiles around it. And that's another thing that I need to think about here. Like once the other civilizations get access to certain resources like iron, they can actually sail their ships over to me and start bombarding my cities. So like having a strong navy in this scenario might be important. So many workers, and yet there's so little to do with them. Let's go ahead and explore this thing. The lair is full of webs. There must be a giant spider nearby. I guess that's the giant spider right there. Hopefully it takes out my warrior and my scout can escape. Here we go. Created my hero. And this city actually needs more happiness, so that way it grows more. But... okay, we could build public baths, or we could build a carnival. Probably the baths. They get a lot more happiness from that. Okay, let's see what happens with the spider versus the warrior. Probably will attack. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and it... what? It attacked my, scout, apparently. Yeah. It says your scout was destroyed. So I ended up with this... terrible, awful warrior instead. And you might be wondering why I don't like it. Goes too slow. It's not a scout. Need I say more? I'm just moving most of these workers off this island and bringing them over to the new city. So we got a swordsman here. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna defend my stack with the swordsman. They're pretty weak. Like without any sort of upgrade. Strength 4? Are you kidding me even? The adepts are strength 3, so it's like 1 additional strength compared to an adept. Maybe if I could do something like get a ranger. Rangers are really cool, like for defense, because there aren't any, they're not any promotions that allow you to be more effective combat-wise against rangers, right? If you want to be more effective against a ranger, you just have to go ahead and get combat 1 promotions, or combat. It's such a terrible name for a promotion. You got to get more combat promotions. Those are the ones that add like 20% strength in Fall from Heaven 2 and 10% strength and beyond the sword. Such a terrible name though. Like when you say combat promotions, it doesn't conjure up the image of a unique type of promotion it can be applied to a unit. It just sounds like generic. And I guess that is a fitting term because it is a generic promotion. Why am I looking at this? I forgot what I was looking at this. Oh, because I wanted to see where I could get rangers. It's for animal handling. Again, 17 turns. Like, holy crap. How can it take so long? That is strength 7. Like, even if we got our iron, our swordsman would only be strength 5. It's ridiculous how weak and pathetic swordsmen are in Fall from Heaven 2. It's so difficult to get good swordsmen in this game. So, like, do we go ranger then? I mean, the advantage, of course, to the swordsman is the fact that you can get the city attack promotions. But we're not interested in attacking our cities with the rangers that we build. So they're actually a good kind of defensive unit that's really strong and not just defensive when in a city. Because that's what happens with a lot of other ones. Okay, fire magic. We have a copy of it now. And here's our hero. I don't know what units I want to go for here. It's because I've never really played this style before. You know, going all magic or going heavy magic. I just build a market for now. Couldn't hurt. Your warrior was destroyed by a barbarian giant spider. How the hell did that happen? Did it really actually have more movement than I thought? I thought we were gonna get away. Guess we weren't. Oh well. Let's hope I don't get my mage killed. Got 2 mages now. One's down here. Oh, he's got promotions ready. Maybe we do fire with this one, because we're closer to getting that second promotion. And once we get 20 experience, we can get fire 2, and then he'll be capable of summoning specters and fireballs. And this one over here will be Maelstrom plus specter. It seems like we're going pretty heavy on the specter stuff, because that's what we have like affinity for, additional mana types and all that stuff. I guess we're bringing these other ships back, huh? Yeah. Use them to move the settler. Building more adepts. What do they construct here? Library. I know a lot of people will just create queues in terms of like what they want built in all their cities. I generally don't do that, and even though it would save me time, it's usually because not every building is... There are a lot of buildings that are not applicable to cities. I'm gonna save the Great Scientist for now. Maybe when we get another one, we'll do Golden Age. That's my plan anyway. I'm not even sure why I want my mages down here. They're not anywhere close to like being able to cause damage. Okay, I think what we're gonna do... Just skip here for a turn. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring both mages, get the hero, Valen Fanul, or whatever the hell his name is, and then just go over here and start terrorizing countryside using our specters. Do some economic warfare. Like finally face off with our enemy. We'll see what happens. Like it's quite possible that all those civilizations will see this one city that I founded over here and send like a mighty force to try and attack it and take it out. It'll be interesting to see if that happens. But at the moment, we really don't know. And I don't have the units in the city to defend it from anything like that, so... We'd probably lose it. So, what do I want to... Okay, we're gonna have... Valen? Where are you, Valen? Let's get Valen and the swordsman. I think. Get them loaded on these ships here. Wait, I have 2 acolytes? I should actually take these acolytes down to the city down here for the religion of the order. I'm pretty sure these are order. Yeah, they have the order religion. But not right now. And we can also bring a settler along. Wait, now can we do an acolyte? I'm not sure. Do we have enough room? No, okay. I guess we're just sailing over there. We'll bring the acolytes later. Yeah, finish the market. We're still losing 4 gold per turn. Which is a bit worrisome, actually. Especially if we're planning on building another city. Alchemy lab. +4 and +10%. What does an alchemy lab require? Requires... Oh, sorcery. That explains it. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good one. We do need the tech boost, but actually... We need something that gives us more gold. I hate to be greedy, but at this point, we need gold too. Because I guess we'll just turn it down a bit. We need the gold to upgrade our adepts to mages. It's like we can't afford to be too low on that. So, let's deposit settler off here. Since apparently we're not getting astronomy quite as soon as I thought. It's really unfortunate about this island. It's such an awful island. There's nothing on it except for that one mana node and we can't use it. So it's an island of sadness at this point. Which is something that I guess we just don't have to deal with. So the thing is, do we do mine or do we do lumber mill? I think we do I think we do mine actually because it will remove the forest, which means that enemy units can station and fortify very nicely right next to my city. It's one of those small defensive decisions you have to make. Okay, here we go. There's a Frostling Barbarian over there. And then we have Temple of the Order, which, of course, they keep suggesting that I build this. I guess it does increase military unit production by 10%. 10% just doesn't motivate me, you know? Like, look at things like 25%. Then I'm starting to feel motivated. Maybe we should build the Great Lighthouse here. Or the Great Library. +1. Nah, +1 from sages in all cities. You get 1 free sage. I mean, it would help for our research, but I think I like the Great Library better. We'll see how the Great Lighthouse goes. Or I should build more adepts. I don't know at this point. Let's build another adept then. The thing is, the adepts are going to continually cost us maintenance. And that's the reason why I was a little bit hesitant. Is that an adept? Yeah. Okay. Let us continue on. And here we go. Just what I was expecting. Actually, it was just a pirate zombie, though. Unfortunately, I moved my mage away. The mage was the only real offensive advantage I held. So I guess we just have to retreat here and allow him to pillage my lands mercilessly. Oh, here's the best part. We can't even found a city on this tile. Well, so much for that idea, huh? Why can't we found a city here? It's not like too close to anything else. Is it because it's broken lands? Are you telling me I can't found a city on broken lands? Because I know for sure I can found a city on top of a mana node. I guess we just can't found on broken lands if we're good. Huh. I did not know that. Got a Chaos Marauder here. What do you say we take it out? Got 2 mages. How hard could this be, huh? Just sail in real close like. Get ourselves here. Do some lovely damage. Down to 3.3. Get that Spectre in here. Amphibious landing reduces my odds to 2.2%. Brilliant. I guess we're not doing that. Oh well. Let's get these other ships over here. We'll land next turn. Turn 209. Are you kidding me? What? Your Spectre was destroyed by a Chaos Marauder. Holy crap. He actually did my job for me. It's not like I was going to keep that thing around anyway. Shima's been spotted. Yeah. Well noted. Strength 4. This Pyro Zombie is the same strength as my Swordsman. Because my Swordsmen are absolutely garbage. Garbage. 4 strength? How is that a Swordsman? You gotta be at least 6 strength to be even considered a Swordsman in my book. Because I come from Civilization 4. Right? Swordsmen in Civilization 4 are strength 6. Axemen are strength 5. What is strength 4? A Spearman? It's not a Swordsman. It is what it is. Let's unload some of these units and see what happens. The worst happens, we lose both of our mages, I suppose. And maybe our hero. In our case, though, summon the Spectre. There we go. Destroyed a Chaos Marauder. I probably should keep at least one of these ships here in case I need to evac pretty quickly. Maybe the Black Wind. I'll send these other ships back, like to pick up that settler. Who, as it turns out, is not going to be founding any cities anytime soon. So, I'm just going to skip a turn there with the Black Wind. so many adepts at this point, yet we don't do anything with them. Maybe I should bring some down here to this city. Maybe that's what I'll do. Remains to be seen what those zombies plan on doing. We'll just have to wait. Courthouse? No, I don't need a courthouse here. Do I need a courthouse here? No, we're not paying anything really in maintenance. So, could quickly build a market for a little bit of gold. Gold is not really a thing at the moment. Because I turned my research down, so... Let's see what happens here. Shima have been spotted, Barbarian State have been spotted. Yep. Apparently, the second I built a city there, he felt the need to scout that area. I mean, I really didn't expect anything more. Still a bit surprising, though. I guess I'm just going to get rid of this settler. And then I'm going to bring some adepts down here. Maybe they can do something interesting. Besides cast fair wind. Okay, I can summon skeletons with the adepts. So that's an option. Just stay put there. I just kind of realized something. Okay, we found the city. Right, there it is. Spectres worked really well for me as Dacius for the pillaging because I could actually use enemy roads, right? I had the commando promotion for all of my units. And I just realized that's not going to be possible with this. So our ability to pillage has been reduced somewhat significantly. I'm not sure I want to get that close to the pyro zombies, though. We're going to need a lot of adepts before we can attack that. Let's see what happens to the Spectre. They left it alone. Okay, here we go. Mathematics. I guess now we can build a gambling house, which once again, it's not an impressive amount of gold that it generates. We can also build a bazaar of Mammon, which would help quite significantly. 100% gold increase. Shima have been spotted. Barbarian State have been spotted. Yeah. They're not leaving anytime soon. So that means I need to bring some adepts down there. What sayest thou? Return the settler. Let's like bring 3 adepts or something. Allow us to summon 3 skeletons, you know. We should just be able... What? I can only hold... Oh, I do have 3. Okay, never mind. I have all the adepts that I wanted on board. Yeah, they're just patrolling my lands. How considerate. One of the things that I can do here is like send the Spectre in to scout this area. Yeah, that's a pretty big stack. At least this keeps us safe. Wow, he has 2 huge stacks of units. We really need to work on getting more mages. I think that's sort of the takeaway here. And sadly, I can only take 2 units away on my ships at a time. Bit worried? Yes. Let's get my other ships down over here fast before the stack catches up with me. Well, defending your Spectre was destroyed. Eee. Yeah, I hear you. I bring the ship around. Get these units off to the side. We'll load them up next turn and I'll try to evac them to this island. That way they can't come after me. Remains to be seen how this will all play out in the grand scheme of things. Okay, next turn we'll get our mages. Not our mages, our adepts in here. Things are picking up a bit. So maybe one of the things we could build is more caravels. So that way we can actually move our units around better. Because I can protect them just by loading them up in caravels. So, 2 more caravels. Caravels. I feel like I'm not pronouncing or enunciating the word correctly. Your archers killed a barbarian skeleton. Well, at least the barbarians had the nerve to actually attack me. The pyro zombies just want to pace around the place. You can do fire 1. You can do wind 1. We already have death 1. Let's do both. And then I guess we're summoning a skeleton. Oh, a skeleton can't attack this turn. sadly. Hey, are these units still in the ships? Wow. Didn't realize that. Let's summon this last skeleton. There we go. So next turn, hopefully I can take the pyro zombie out with skeletons. We'll see. Skeletons are really not that cool. But they are permanent summons, so we don't expect them to be too good, right? So let's get the mages off here first. The ship can only hold 2 units. We actually have another promotion available here to our mage. Let's do fire. We'll sail to this island, skip a turn, next turn we'll unload, and then come back for what's left. At least we got an idea of what the enemy is like, though. We have met the enemy, and he is us. And there was that thing again. All units at the same time. Did it deal any damage? Oh yeah. They all died. But the damage has been done. 6 out of 8, 3 out of 4, and 3 out of 4. Okay, let's try attacking this adept. And the zombie damaged us all quite significantly. Okay, we have another promotion now. Wait, do we? Yeah. It'll take us next turn to get it, though. And then we'll wait until that skeleton attacks, and we should be golden. Both of those ships are damaged. Wow. I gotta beware of the zombies. Yeah. Zombies can do collateral damage even when you attack them. It's pretty dangerous, actually. See what happens with the skeleton. Does it actually want to attack me? Apparently not. Okay, so we're level 3 right now. One more promotion, we'll be level 4. And then we can start summoning, or we can get like the promotion to summon specters for this unit. So in the meantime, water 1, spell extension. Ooh, grants mobility to summoned units. This could actually be helpful when it comes to being able to pillage lands with our specters. Yeah, we might have to promote all of our units for like mobility 1 on summoned units. Or all the adepts. Dance of Blades. Probably was a waste of time. So I'll probably be doing that instead of like Combat 1 in the future when I run out of promotions. Okay, let's bring these skeletons in. We'll fight skeletons with skeletons. Time to send the ships back. So it's been a learning experience. Learning more about magic in this game, how it works, because I really never dealt with it before. But we are getting to that point. Constructed a lighthouse. I said more caravels. Caravel all the things. 11 turns to that great lighthouse. I'm worried about that. And the archer killed a barbarian skeleton. Okay. We can just delete these skeletons then. Mobility 1. I completely overlooked that promotion. That will come in really handy. I think specters can get mobility. Maybe I should try that first. Oh wait, I thought I could upgrade one to a mage now. Couldn't I? One of these should be eligible to upgrade to a mage. Yeah, here we go. 65 gold. We have the gold. See what happens there. I'm chopping down all these forests, by the way. Let's get the other workers in that forest. While we have a minute. Come on. Stop auto unit cycling there. So I think I'm going to wait these units here until we get more caravels, and then we'll start loading them up with adepts or something. And we're just going to absolutely pulverize this civilization by overwhelming him with specters. Oh, and he built another city right there. Huh. Yeah. Huh. That is going to have to affect my attack a bit, given the fact that if I attack from a stack, those stupid, annoying pyro zombies are going to get me. It's going to completely change how I look at that. There's mobility 1, level 3. Level 3. Really? Yeah. Oh, and then apparently we get like more experience almost right away. So now I can summon wraiths. And I was curious about the mobility promotion. Because I'm supposed to have it? Yeah. Mobility 1 to summon units. Yes, now as you can see, the Spectre here has a movement of 3. So it can do some rather interesting things. I mean, it's not the best, but I think we're making progress here. It's a bit slower than I'd hoped. And it seems like our enemies are making a lot of progress, so we need to strike quickly. I'm bringing all of these... Actually, I'm going to drop those 2 units off there, and we're going to start gathering the adepts. Let's see what promotions we can give these guys. Because now I have a better idea of like what promotions to go for. Like we want Wind 1, we want Fire 1, we want the... What is this called? Spell Extension 1 for mobility. For summoned units, like we have a much better idea of like what we're going for here. Unfortunately, this unit only has 4 out of 8, so it's still a ways away from becoming a mage. And mages are the ones that we really want. Like that's really what's going to turn the tables here. 11 out of 4. Really? This one's ready to become a mage already. Okay, mobility 1. We already have air 1, so let's do fire 1. Upgrade that one to a mage. And we're going to continue building the line here. And just skip a turn. Okay, everything's done. Let's finish our work on these adepts. See what else we can get. Especially now that we know what promotions we need. Fire 1. Upgrade to mage. What else? Mobility, fire. Okay, that one's not ready. Mobility, fire, not ready. Wait, is it? Oh, it is ready, okay. So we're getting a few mages here, as you can see. Oh, this one's also ready to become a mage. Wow. We're almost broke. I think we have all the mages we can get. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 2 over here, so that's 6. And then we have 1 over here. So we can have 7 mages at the moment. Which is, like, if we can summon specters with all of them, that's 7 specters per turn. I think that's going to be what's going to save us here, but we'll see. We're going to have to strike hard and fast, though, for it to be effective. Okay, so Spectre there. I guess like most of these we're going to have to... I can see how that Death 2 promotion could come in really handy, because then it allows us a lot of other options here, like Fireball. I should have at least 1 Fireball. Oh, and I can do Death 2 with that one. Okay, that was a really well-promoted one. I think we should have at least 2 that can summon Fireball. Okay, galley is full. Let's load up 2... You know, this music that's playing right now is actually a soundtrack from Civilization 3. I just realized. Should we do Maelstrom? I think we should do Maelstrom. We don't need another Fireball. So we just need more ships here, because I kind of want everything to be based off of a ship. So that we have complete mobility. We don't have to worry about getting trapped. So let's... What can we promote for here? +1 cargo capacity. Yes, yes. So this ship can carry 2, and then we can provision for additional cargo capacity, which makes it 3, right? Yeah. Here we go. It's going to take a few turns to get over there, unfortunately, though. Well, that's another thing we can do with this ship. We can turn this into cargo capacity. Sail it back out. And now we have, yeah, 2 cargo capacity instead of 1. Same thing with this ship. Like, we should do this with all our ships at this point. We can get a lot more units on board now. Oh, we actually have oh, we can't use galleys because they can't sail an ocean. I'm going to delete the galleys, I think. Because it costs... Oh, okay, that's actually a very good one. We're going to delete this one. I moved us up 1 gold per turn, by the way. Okay. How far away are these guys? Like 3 and 4 experience. After building this Great Lighthouse, we really need to build more adepts. Yeah. Because they'll also start with the Fire 1 and everything. In addition to... No, they won't start with Fire 1. They'll start with Death 1, though. Which is useful. Okay. So I think we're finally getting an idea, sort of what the future looks like for our army, which is a good thing. In this city, I want to build another mage guild. And I think we're getting much closer to actually attacking something. But it's going to be interesting. So that completes this episode. I know, we're dropping behind in terms of turns. I should end this turn, actually, so we can have a nice even number. 220. What do you say? There we go, 220. I think that did 30 turns this episode. Let's see where that goes from here. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.